The other day I was playing Wordle, and as is often the case, I was struggling to come up with words, so I decided to write a little app that I've been meaning to for a while that would help me come up with potential guesses. If you want to download this, you can go to our cooloo.wordjet.com page, search for IGEMS over here, bring it to the IGEMS page, scroll down to 9.2.37. A few things to download. This is the app itself, and this will go into the shared app folder. And then there's a couple of lists with potential words that will go into this folder here. You'll have to make this folder if it doesn't already exist. This list here has the what you might call the standard, maybe 2,309. I actually added one, so it's 2,310 Wordle answers. If you Google how many Wordle answers there are, you'll see reference to 2,309. But as I was working on this app, I found that New York Times is actually starting to sprinkle in additional words that aren't on that list there. So I've also added this list here, which has an additional 10,000 some odd words. And I don't know if there's any overlap between these two. I haven't delved into that yet. But if you do the standard list and you don't find any words, then you can choose to use the extended list. And then list of used words updated as of today. You'll want to check and see that this is updated depending on when you download this. I'll try to keep this up to date, but ultimately if you do download it, you want to go to probably this website here, whatever website that tracks past answers, and you can compare that with what's in this text file to see if any new solutions need to be added to that. Okay, I've got that installed here on my Apps tab. And up here we can choose which list that we want to use, standard or extended. And then this is what was causing me to scratch my head a little bit, because theoretically these two numbers should add up to 2310, but they weren't. And that's then where I found out that New York Times has been adding additional words to the potential solutions. We'll start with one that is actually on the standard list, like today's. I usually start with haste. And today this would have been good letter, good position. That's all it was. Click on search. And gives us this filtered down list here. And then I believe I went with that. So of course that would have still been in a good location. And then this is a good letter, and then search again, and we're left with these two choices here, and that was today's solution. So once you find the solution, you can click on Add to Use Words List. And if you want, you can click on this button here and open up the Use Words List. And if you scroll to the bottom, then you should see that that's been added there. Let's take a look at an example of a word that's not on the standard list. A few days back, this was one of those examples. I'll start this up again, and we'll start with a standard list, my normal start word. So that would have been a correct letter, but wrong place, and correct location and search. And then I believe I did TP next, maybe not the best one, but whatever. So that got the T in the right location, E would have been in the right location, search. And then I probably would have done, I don't know what I did next. Let's say I did truce next. So that wouldn't have gotten me much. And search, and then you're left with nothing. So let's switch to the extended list. I think at this point, probably be best just to close and restart, just make sure everything's purged out there. They'll switch to the extended list, and we'll start with that again. Correct letter and location, search. And then, oh, I don't know, let's do trike. So that would have given us that in the right location. That's right letter, wrong location, search, and then you're down to this, which that was the right answer, and we'll add that to our list. that's my little Wordler app. If you want to test it out, let me know your thoughts. Thanks.